Have you ever noticed that when you look at the moon, you always see the same image? With a binocular or a telescope, you can see more detail of the moon's surface. But it does not matter if you look at the moon with the armed or the naked eye, you will always see the same view. The question is, what is on the other side of the moon? The Earth-facing side of the moon is called the visible side. The hidden side of the moon is a hemisphere of the moon that is permanently orbiting the Earth. This phrase refers to the side of the moon that in many imaginations is facing a cold, boundless and dark space. So serious questions will be asked about it. What could be on the other side of the moon? What is the situation like there? Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. Is this half of the moon always dark? The part of the moon that is hidden from our sight is often referred to as the dark side of the moon, which is a scientifically incorrect term, because the other side of the moon, just like the half we see, benefits from sunlight, and no difference can be made to them in this regard. Whenever you look at the moon, a fixed side of it is in front of your eyes. This is because the moon revolves once every time it orbits the Earth. Over millions of years, gravitational forces have slowed the moon's rotation, and modern humans can only see a fixed side of it. Hundreds of years ago, mankind always wondered what the other side of the moon looked like. Is its appearance similar to the part we always see, or does the other side of the moon have a completely different appearance? Finally, in 1959, it was unveiled from the dark side of the moon by the Soviet Luna 3 spacecraft. The spacecraft took a long journey beyond the moon and was able to convey to us a different view of the other side of the moon with images from the mission. The next spacecraft was Luna 4, which was launched in 1967 and was able to send much higher resolution images of this part of the moon to Earth. After the mission, astronauts orbiting the moon with Apollo 8 were able to see the dark side of the moon with their own eyes for the first time. To date, a total of 24 humans have been able to see the hidden side of the moon. These people were astronauts on the Apollo 8 and Apollo 10-17 missions. Rumor has it that the ancient structures on the dark side of the moon are something that is hidden from our sight, and the moon has been one of the bases of aliens. Rumors cannot prove anything, but is there any evidence to refute this claim? Ufologists say that in the dark side of the moon there are ancient structures, none of which are man-made, and the ancient structures on the dark side of the moon belong to alien civilizations. It is said that these structures are the same color as the rocks on the surface of the moon, which makes them difficult to identify in the images. Some say that these structures are nothing but a mental error called the pareidolia phenomenon. However, theorists continue to debate and speculate in this regard. Another group of ufologists believe that the ancient structures on the dark side of the moon indicate the activity of space creatures under the moon. An unnamed source claims that the NASA space agency tried to eliminate the signs related to the activities of space creatures by bombing different areas of the moon. Chandrayaan-1 was India's first unnamed spacecraft to be launched from the moon to collect useful information. The spacecraft unveiled underground tunnels beneath the moon's crust in the dark side of the moon, once again boosting speculations about the Earth's ancient neighbor. Some people believe that the existence of huge caves and underground tunnels on the moon could indicate that aliens are much closer to our home than we thought. The exploration of this vast network of the underground tunnels on the moon is large enough to cover an entire city. The NASA Space Agency says these underground tunnels could potentially be used as human habitats in the future space travels. The fact is that before the invention of the satellites, the dark side of the moon was a good place for aliens to hide. But as technology advances, they use other techniques to hide from our eyes. Therefore, the use of these tunnels and underground caves can be a good place to place them. Today, we have many pictures and maps of the dark side of the moon. However, there are still many mysterious stories about the hidden half of the moon. Most of these issues are related to the issue of human non-return to the moon. Conspiracy theorists believe that the aliens are not interested in being on this moon. So far, many pictures have been published that make the discussion about ancient structures on the dark side of the moon a controversial topic. Ufologists say many of these images and videos are available, all captured by NASA cameras. The aliens have set up a huge base on the dark side of the moon, and the available evidence has come entirely from credible and official sources. In 1994, the US Navy launched a satellite called Clementine to map the Earth's moon. The mission lasted 2 months and captured 1.8 million images. Of these, only 170,000 have been made public and the rest of are confidential. If there is nothing on the moon but craters and natural heights, what are they hiding from people? The only way to uncover reality is for man to return to the moon. Apparently, NASA is trying to implement such a plan and take humans back to the moon.